What's going on, guys? We're here with the 2-week update, technically 3 weeks. I haven't uploaded any videos because there's not really anything else going on right now, but we're gonna take you on and show you how everything's doing. So here we go. My name is Silas, you're watching Appalachian Chickens, and welcome to the Appalachian Mountains. So first right here, we have the potatoes. This is the first thing that we planted. The golden potatoes, which are these right here, and these down through here, right there. And then these three little plants right here are the golden potatoes as well. The brown russet potatoes, I guess is what they're called, they didn't come up. The ones that weren't, didn't have the eyes on them, the sprouts on the actual potato, they didn't come up, they just rotted. I should have known, I didn't really think about it though. But the ones that did have sprouts on them, they're doing really good. The golden potatoes are a little bit behind the brown ones, even though they were going a little bit ahead of them. Some of them were. The potatoes look pretty good. These little ones right here, they are a little behind. I mean, just a little bit, you know, it's like a foot. But I feel pretty good. I do think that we're gonna have a pretty good potato crop this year. As I always do, I usually do have pretty good potatoes. So let's move on over to the corn next. So the corn's doing pretty good. Now there are a couple, like that one down there in the middle, right? Not that one, but two down from that one. I did replant that one because they were growing together in some spots. And then there's actually three right here that you can't see, maybe four down this way. Pretty much every single one that I planted grew, and some of them are doing really good. I feel pretty good about them. I honestly do. They're already doing better this year than they were last year. They're not really wilting or anything like that. Like I said, the only ones that are wilting are the ones that I replanted, and I probably do need to water them, but we've had so much rain lately that I didn't want to re-water them, because I feel like I'd over-water them because I'd like it to dry up a little bit. I'm feeling pretty good with the corn. We'll have to wait and see. Now this one, the tallest one down there in the middle, I'm feeling pretty good about that one. That one looks like it's doing really, really good. Let's move over here to wheat. So the wheat is doing pretty good. This right here is wheat. That's the big cluster that I planted of the ones that I had left over. And then all of these down through there, from this one down, that's wheat. And then we have another row going down through there about a foot apart from that one on the right side. They look like they're doing pretty good as well. They are going a little slower. I think it's better to plant the corn and the wheat from the seeds, because the ones that I planted from the seeds are doing really good down through here, and the ones that I sprouted kind of dipped down and then they had to come back up. The wheat, all of them are doing pretty good though, even though I did sprout them. So I'm feeling pretty good about the wheat there. Like I said in the last video, I have no idea what I'm doing with wheat. I've never planted it before. Just thought it'd be cool. Hey, let's plant some wheat. Let's see what it does. And that's what we did. And we're gonna see if it works out. Let's move over here to the onions, which you can already see a little bit of. And let's get over here. So the onions are doing pretty good. The only thing with them that I have a problem with is they keep bending over. They don't want to just grow up. They just, the stem gets really tall, or the leaf gets really tall, and then it just falls over. They're doing really good though. I mean, they've got big bases and everything like that. They're growing really good, other than the falling over part. All of them except for one came up, the red one right underneath where I have my tripod right now. and everything after that grew, and we have no problem with any of them not wanting to grow. None of them have died yet or anything like that, even though the chickens have found them quite a couple times, scratching them and stuff like that. I just replant them and they're fine. So I feel pretty good about them. I've never actually planted onions before, but I've seen it done quite a bit, so I'm not as stranger to onions as I am to the wheat, because I've never done the wheat, but I have done a little bit of the onions. So, and they're kind of straightforward too, and maybe the wheat is too, but like I said, I've never planted wheat, so we're gonna see how these do. Like I said, I'm feeling pretty good about them. Now the ones down on the end down there, they are a little bit more skinny than these down here. These down here have pretty big stems, and they're doing pretty good. The red ones have always been doing better than the yellow ones that I have down here. The red ones are right here on this side, and then the white ones are down here, and then the yellow ones are down there. So we'll see how these do. Let's move over to the sunflowers. Showed you guys that I planted those in the last video, so let's go check that out. We have 6 sunflowers, which is how many I planted. I did plant 6, and 6 of them came up. Now this one down here on the end is doing really well, and you might be wondering, how come that one's so much taller than these other ones? These I planted, that one started coming up just out of nowhere, and there's a chance that maybe it's not a sunflower, but I don't know what else it would be, because that's what it looks like. And it does start to look like it has a flower on top, just like these do. See this one right here? That one right there is starting to look like it has a flower on top, and I mean, that's what that is. And this one is as well, right there. So I mean, I really don't know what else it would be. We have another one down there in the box that I kind of thought was maybe another sunflower, but I'm not sure because it doesn't look like that one. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with the sunflowers. They're not really a thing for me to eat. I like sunflowers, I really do. Sunflower seeds, they taste really good and everything, but it's more for the chickens because they really like them too. And so we'll see what happens there. Let's move over to the watermelon, which I'm kind of excited about. Okay, so the watermelon's right here, and now this, you may be wondering, okay, why is it so behind? And it's a small plant it is. The first plant that I planted in the last video, the final plant video, it actually died. So I replanted one, and now it's coming up, and it actually has the little watermelon flowers on it, and it's doing pretty decent. Now I don't know if we'll get anything out of it this year because we've already had a lot of rain, but if it dries up and turns hot and everything, I think we'll do pretty good with that. I don't know, we'll have to just wait and see because it is a little behind. It'll start off slow at first, I know, just because it's got to get a good root base and everything, and we'll see what happens from there. But I hope it does do pretty good, just at least for, you know, 1 or 2 watermelons. That'd be pretty cool. So far I feel pretty good. Now it is only 3 weeks. It's the 4th day in June of 25. Last couple of days it hasn't rained for say 5 days now, maybe, yeah, 5 days. So it is starting to get drying up, which is good. Now it's, when I say dry, I don't mean drought. It's not dry. On top for probably the good 1/2 inch or something like that of the dirt, it's dry, and then underneath that it's good and wet and everything. That's why I haven't watered the corn, because I'm just worried about root rot. All of that looks pretty good though. I'm feeling pretty good about what we've got this year. The corn and stuff is already doing better than it was last year. Last year I didn't take care of it really good, and that's why I didn't even record a video last year about it. The potatoes, I'm not worried about them. I never really am. That's just, potatoes are kind of a plant and wait, really. You don't have to do a whole lot with them. And I guess the corn you don't really either, but I have weeded around it. As you can see, I mean, there's hardly any weeds in here. So the onions, the only thing I'm worried about is the onions, because they're right there on the edge where all that grass is. And I'm just worried about if the grass comes in. I did weed around them earlier on this week on Monday. Today's Wednesday, and they seem to be doing pretty well. So I feel pretty good about everything. We'll just have to sit and wait a little bit longer. Keep weeding it and everything like that. Hope that it doesn't rain anymore and kind of slacks off. I mean, obviously not a drought dry, but we don't want as much rain as we've been getting, you know, because it'll sponsor root rot, and we do not want that. So like I stated in the video, guys, we're looking pretty good, and I feel pretty good about everything that we've got so far. It's kind of a waiting game now, and just kind of, I just got to keep the weeds down and everything like that, and we should be pretty good. I just hope, if I could say I want something to work out, it would be the corn, because I just want the new seeds for next year, you know, because I don't know if my seed's going to be good for next year if I don't get fresh. But we'll see what happens. So today we are going to be in Psalms 98 verse 9. This is coming out of an NKJV Bible, and this is what it says: "For he is coming to judge the earth with righteousness, he shall judge the world." So that's a pretty good verse in Psalms. Psalms has some pretty just wonderful verses. I think it's a pretty good verse because man can judge with his courts and his righteousness, but at the end of the day, what does it amount to? Because we have problems. You know, we're sinful, but God is not. He's upright, he's righteous, and ultimately he can judge somebody at the best, at the most top of the line judgment, and nobody can judge better than him. And what better person to judge, you know? So man should not be judging by trying to judge by God's standards, because that's God's job. We need to let God do God and man do man. That's what we need to do. I appreciate you guys watching this video. I will catch you guys in the next one, but for right now, Appalachian Chicken's out.